resist,
resist, resist, resist,
resist, resist,
resist, resist.
Why I will never vote again. I opened my eyes. I realized that nothing had changed or was changing for the better. Things are becoming progressively worse. Post-UK election, May 8, 2015. Now there's a look of smugness if ever I saw it. The look of someone who knew the outcome all along. May 9, 2015. Thousands of UK citizens marched in London against a rigged election that gave the Tories a victory. The anti-Tory march was blacked out by the media. Not one news channel covered the protest. What does that tell you? May 27, 2015. The Queen's crown is worth multi-millions and more austerity measures were announced as part of Her Majesty's speech detailing the new Conservative government plans and laws. VE Day 2015. The Pomp Remembrance Ceremony. The Grand Remembrance public art installation at the Tower of London. But here's the harsh reality. Many of the UK's ex-army servicemen have found themselves homeless and in great need of medical attention, suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder from seeing so much suffering and being in the line of fire. For Queen and country, for too long, we have been a passively tolerant society, saying to our citizens, as long as you obey the law, we will leave you alone. Said David Cameron. By the skillful and sustained use of propaganda, one can make a people see even heaven as hell or an extremely wretched life as paradise. Adolf Hitler.
Hey, so today, I'm going to be asking people, what do they think? Should MPs get a pay rise? In my opinion, definitely, without a doubt, definitely not. The pay rise would allow them an extra £6,700 a year on top of what they already get, which is a crazy amount. David Cameron was asked about this, whether he would accept the pay rise. He said it's beyond his control. Dude, you're the fucking Prime Minister. You can control all these cuts are happening to everyday people and push people into poverty, but you can't control the money that's going towards your pay packet. I think that's not right, is it? If you think about it, he's a fucking Prime Minister. He can control what he wants, but he can't control his pay packet. Bit suspicious, don't you think?
And the suffering continues. The Israeli state continues to claim lives virtually unchallenged. It is genocide. But there is hope. We must continue to speak out against this genocide. We must always oppose injustice. We must stand together as one. Never be divided. Our lives are at stake. We must keep fighting the good fight against global tyranny.
Queuing track. Stand by.
Hola, soy Chucky de Bereshit, somos una banda de dark electro industrial de Argentina, Mendoza. Tenemos 3 años y medio tocando y somos 4 integrantes, Mix Random en batería, Israel Ferreira en guitarra, Jensen Ruster en performance y Chucky quien les habla en voz y performance. El show de Bereshit es bastante particular porque tratamos de llegar al público no solo auditivamente, sino en cada tema con una performance que trate de hacerle llegar de mejor manera al público que no conoce la letra o la historia a través de una performance bastante explícita. Bereshit apunta a un público que tenga cero tabúes frente a lo que es BDSM, sangre, tortura, gore, sexo. Hasta ahora hemos estado viajando por distintos lugares de la Argentina como Buenos Aires, San Luis, Córdoba y Mendoza reiteradas veces y hemos salido del país a Chile, Ecuador y Perú presentando lo que fue Hits and Blood. Hemos tenido el placer de compartir escenario con tremendas bandas como Hocico, Proyecto Crisis, Bleeding Corp, Disorder State de Perú. Así que la idea es repetir toda esta gira y llegar aún más a la gente de México, Estados Unidos y Europa si todo sale bien para presentar lo que es el nuevo CD que se llama Virtual Freedom, que estará saliendo a partir de fines de julio, que constará de 8 tracks. Hits and Blood fue el primer CD de Bereshit lanzado oficialmente, el cual trataba el 90% de sacar cero tabúes y dejar bien en claro cuál era el fin de Bereshit con la mujer al mando. Virtual Freedom marca una nueva etapa en la banda en la cual tenemos la libertad al 100% de mostrar la evolución que hemos tenido en todo este tiempo como banda y como integrantes individuales. A diferencia de Hits and Blood, en el cual la temática más importante era la sangre, el BDSM y el sexo, se podrá encontrar temas que están dirigidos hacia una libertad que para muchos puede ser espiritual, mental o tecnológica. Nosotros decidimos mezclar todo eso. Todo nuestro material lo pueden encontrar en nuestro fanpage Bereshit. Muchísimas gracias a la página
Electrochemy
y a Al McDonald que nos dio la oportunidad de presentar y hacerles llegar a través de este video todo lo que es Bereshit.
Lab. In this broadcast we have ROM Papens, Explorer 3 Bundle, Dope EST, Beat Machine, Bass Engine, Magix, Audio and Music Cleaning Lab Premium 2016, Samplitude Pro X2 Suite, iZotope, Ozone 6 Advanced, Plus, Sugar Bytes, Looperator, Sweet Sonics. Let the tests begin. Introducing Magix Audio and Music Lab 2016 Premium, £69.99. Audio and Music Lab 2016 Premium does exactly what it says on the tin and then some. At £69.99, Magix Audio and Music Lab 2016 Premium is just as good as what Adobe and Sony has on offer. Adobe Audition is available at £17.15 a month, which is equal to £205.80 and offers a similar functionality. Then Sony has SoundForge Pro, which starts at £256.95 and it does more or less the same thing as both Audition and Audio and Music Lab Premium 2016. SoundForge Pro comes with a mastering plugin from iZotope called Ozone. But because Audio and Music Lab 2016 Premium is so inexpensive in comparison to the aforementioned audio editing products, you can afford to utilize compatible free or commercial VST plugins that can enhance the mastering process further. The trick is figuring out what VST effects will work with Audio and Music Lab. It's going to be hit and miss. What a shame. Audio and Music Lab 2016 Premium will remove noise from vinyl or cassette when digitizing analog recordings. It will also remove noise from videos, even video recordings from mobile devices, and will also master music tracks to correspond to popular genres of music with the auto mastering setting. You can also edit manually by adjusting the effect parameters and, like the aforementioned software, Audio and Music Lab 2016 Premium allows you to edit audio on the spectral level. That kind of functionality is unheard of, pardon the pun, at the asking price of £69.99. Sweet Sonics. Let's see what Magix Audio and Music Cleaning Lab 2016 Premium can do.
I've been doing yoga for about 15 or 20 years, no, 15, 16 years, and I found that the breathing that I'd done in the yoga had sort of increased the range and the sort of power of my voice, so I found I could actually sing in a way that I couldn't sing before. And I never had any singing lessons, and then a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, I went to someone for the first time and had a singing lesson with her. And I felt like I was on acid or something. I got such an incredible high from it because she... I've been doing yoga for about 15 or 20 years, no, 15, 16 years, and I found that the breathing that I'd done in the yoga had sort of increased the range and the sort of power of my voice, so I found I could actually sing in a way that I couldn't sing before. And I never had any singing lessons, and then a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, I went to someone for the first time and had a singing lesson with her. And I felt like I was on acid or something. I got such an incredible high from it because she made me realise that I had a big range and I could sing all these notes. I'd never even attempted to sing before. And she got very excited about my voice, and I'd always thought it was, just an average voice. I didn't rate myself at all. And she was amazing. She just gave me loads of confidence. She didn't change anything about the way I sang or technique or anything, but she just encouraged me.
What's your malfunction? 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 What? What's your malfunction? 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 What's your malfunction?
Audio and Music Lab 2016 is a no-brainer. It will please the meticulous audio professional without a shadow of a doubt. It will certainly please the budget-conscious video maker or musician. What? You want the ultimate digital audio workstation? Stay tuned to this broadcast. I think I have something that you're going to love. Okay, let's wrap this up. Magix Audio and Music Lab 2016 scores an easy Electrochemy Gold. Dope drum and bass engineered machinery. Beat machine and bass engine 32 and 64-bit. Both, 60 pounds, PC and Mac compatible. The Beat Machine synthesizer is very much like the Synapse Audio EKS Pro kick drum synth, only with the Beat Machine there is an additional snare, hi-hat and another percussive element such as a cymbal. Essentially these are the key bits of drum kit for the genre of hip-hop, however these components form the basis of all electronic and general music genres. Beat Machine comes with a great range of drum kit to suit every sub-style of hip-hop, and a lot of these sounds could be applied to house, grime, electro, trance and many others. Cool. There is a nice reverb effect built into the Beat Machine and there are volume sliders to assist in creating a decent mix. It would have been useful to have a distortion effect to make for a dirty industrial sound. But that's nitpicking, as one can add such effects in the digital audio workstation. The Beat Machine is very easy to use. If you enjoy programming your own beats and your music covers hip-hop and dance, then you will find that the Beat Machine will be an important part of your setup. It's a great library, a sonic documentation of hip-hop history. Bass Engine. Like the Beat Machine, Bass Engine is also aimed at the hip-hop genre and has a vast library of bass sounds that can be applied to other music genres. The great thing about this bass synthesizer is that there's hardly any sound shaping necessary. It's very easy to use, just play or program a bass line and find the desired bass sound. The sounds are brilliant and varied. They will delight the rap or urban producer. The Bass Engine is simple but very effective. The prices are more than fair for such a vast library that spans the genres of hip-hop, rap or urban. That's what they are calling it these days. But don't look these excellent instruments over thinking that it's only for urban music. At least try the demos. They both score a well-deserved Electrochemy Gold. iZotope, Ozone 6 Advanced, £599. Are you looking for the perfect mastering solution? Ozone 6 Advanced from iZotope could possibly be it. Solid Sonics. Ozone 6 Advanced is very similar to the Magix products reviewed in this broadcast. Like Audio and Music Cleaning Lab, Ozone 6 Advanced can work standalone as well as within most digital audio workstations, unlike Audio and Music Cleaning Lab that does not function as a plug-in. Speaking of digital audio workstations, Ozone 6 Advanced will not work with Magix Music Maker Premium or Samplitude Music Studio, which is a bit of a shame. Yes, it may be unusual to use a 600-pound plug-in with sub-100-pound digital audio workstations, but it tells you about the quality of these semi-professional music-making software. The previous version, Ozone 5 Advanced, currently works with the aforementioned Magix digital audio workstations. In fact, Ozone 6 Advanced is very similar to the mastering suite as found on the premium Magix software versions. If you have never used Ozone before, you should quickly get to grips with it. The components. Ozone 6 Advanced consists of the following: Dynamic EQ, Equalizer, Maximizer, Dynamics, Stereo Imager and Exciter. You can also add other VST plugins you may have on your system, compatibility permitting. Some plugins may be too old. That's one of the downsides with these wonderful free VST plugins. Very often the developers stop updating them for one reason or another. There are presets in Ozone 6 Advanced for many objectives which are self-explanatory. I would imagine that most users would immediately go for the CD mastering setting. The interface has had a great facelift and thus it makes for a clean and clear environment to work in. It's very inviting. I really appreciate well thought out interfaces. Well done, iZotope. Easy does it. Ozone 6 Advanced is very easy to use in composition and when creating a master. For example, I would use Ozone 6 Advanced to enhance the drum and bass tracks, add some dynamics as well as volume, and when I am creating the master I tweak the settings until I am satisfied with it. I found that there was no need to consult a manual or any tutorials as the interface speaks to me as I am sure it will speak to you. You can reorder the chain of effects, which is a really nice touch. Final thoughts. Although I enjoyed working with Ozone 6 Advanced very much, I have to weigh up some factors. The £600 cost is a big factor. For under £500 you've got a multifunctional digital audio workstation in Magix Samplitude Pro X2 Suite, as reviewed in this broadcast. Then you look at the other side of the fence and there is, yet again, another Magix product, Audio and Music Cleaning Lab Premium for £69. It's not quite the same, but for budget-conscious musicians releasing music on iTunes and other online music stores, Audio and Music Cleaning Lab Premium will suffice. But there is no denying that iZotope have made it so very easy to get a great sound and finished master with Ozone 6 Advanced. Therefore I am going to give Ozone 6 Advanced a solid Electrochemy Gold. This is one for the consummate musician and audio engineer that makes his or her living producing pristine sounds. Here it is. Here's what could be the penultimate digital audio workstation, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Electrochemians. I give you Magix Samplitude Pro X2 Suite, £439. Are you familiar with Magix Music Maker Premium or Samplitude Music Studio? Yes? No? Okay. Samplitude Pro X2 Suite is a fusion of the two. It's the mothership, the big one. Here is a quick listing of the key elements: Analog Modeling Suite Plus, a warm sound in a digital world, independent sampler synth. It comes with 70 gigabytes worth of sweet sonic library. Be prepared for a 24-hour wait for the juicy 70 gigabyte library to download. Cleaning and Restoration Suite, including the spectral cleaning functionality, the full version of Vandal, a virtual guitar and bass amplifier, including stop effect boxes, 12 wonderful virtual instruments, loudness metering, EBU R128, and finally, the true peak limiter for the S-Max 11 loudness maximizer. Wow! Sweet Sonics. That's a lot of digital audio processing power for £439. Making music, the interface takes a bit of getting used to as it is driven by drop-down menus. At a first glance the interface does not look logical. If you are thinking of stepping up from Music Maker, the Samplitude Pro X2 Suite may come as a shock as it is not immediate. However, those coming from Samplitude Music Studio should find their way around as it is identical. Hence they come under the Samplitude umbrella. To get to the MIDI editor you first have to specify a MIDI track that can consist of a specific number of empty bars or a predefined drum or instrument pattern. It's different. But it's not complex. After a short while the logic of the interface opens up to you. The 12 virtual instruments are as found in Music Maker 2015 Premium. They are a decent collection of synthesizers, traditional piano, organ and strings, and several drum instruments. They are all very good, but the loop designer is a little disappointing because it is compatible with Magix's own sample loops called sound pools. By now the loop designer should be able to import any wave file from any source. What a shame. However, the loop designer can be very effective at creating bass lines. With the beats aspect it can be a case of same patterns but different sounds. You have to be careful with the loop designer. It's good, but there are other ways to mangle sample loops out of recognition, such as Looperator from Sugar Bytes, reviewed in this broadcast. Okay, back to Magix Samplitude Pro X2 Suite. The independent sampling workstation is hot stuff. It has everything you need from pianos, strings, orchestral sounds, guitars, synths, percussion and bass. The list goes on. The instruments sound fantastic, as real can be. Like me. It's a songwriter's dream. Precision engineering. There is no doubt that Magix Samplitude Pro X2 Suite is designed for the serious musician and engineer. The mastering suite aspect does not disappoint. It's on par with Ozone 6 Advanced from iZotope, also reviewed in this broadcast. Just listen to the demos and I guarantee that you will be impressed. You can also perform audio restorations too. It's like a Swiss audio knife. If you are looking for a professional digital audio workstation, this is it. It's 64-bit and VST3 compatible. There is so much more to Samplitude Pro X2 suite, there's not enough time. Let me put it this way, if you are setting up a professional studio, then Magix Samplitude Pro X2 suite ought to be at the heart of it. Once you get used to the drop-down menu way of working, you will be flying. Everything is where it should be. Compose, edit, master and burn CDs without any need for additional plugins or software. It's all there: automation, multiple outputs, rewire, notation, 5.1 surround sound, VCA faders, what hasn't it got? It can even import video, which is great for soundtrack and movie composers. I love it. Magix Samplitude Pro X2 gets a well-earned Electrochemy Platinum. You son of a glitch. Sugar Bytes, Looperator, $119. Do you remember the loop designer from Magix? Well, here is a plugin with a similar concept from those amazing guys at Sugar Bytes, the Looperator. Effective. The difference between the Looperator and Loop Designer is that the Looperator has taken the effects route to the Loop Designer Instrument 1. There is no doubting that the effects route is the better option. Essentially, the Looperator is a series of filters, effects, slicing, modulation and, of course, loops, that can be applied within a 16-step matrix to optional 1/2, 1/4, and 1/8 note values. In use, Looperator is very straightforward to use, despite its complexity. It's a wolf in sheep clothing. There are a set of themes to give you ideas on what this beautiful baby can do. It goes like this. Ambient is all about adding minimalistic adjustments and subtlety. Complex, as you'd imagine, produces extreme results. Destruction distorts and degrades, so if you love noiseescapes, this will do it. Filter creates modulations and uses the trademark Sugar Bytes vowel filter technology. It's lovely. Harmonic is delightful as it adds melodic and harmonic elements to a drum loop, no synths required. And the other presets are self-explanatory: looping, rearrange, reverse, scratching and stutter. The presets within the themes are truly bewildering. Awesome. Furthermore, you can tweak with randomization and create user settings from scratch. Looperator can take the most mundane beat and transform it into a hypnotic groove. Looperator is not limited to drum loops. You can apply it to just about any sample loop or VST instrument. Sweet Sonics. Sugar Bytes have done it again. Looperator scores a well-deserved Electrochemy double platinum. Rob Papen, Explorer 3 bundle, $699. Finally, here's the last review of this broadcast, and it's a monster bundle for the serious electronic musician. Do you think you can handle it? Sweet Sonics. Get ready. Oh, yes. Let's explore. Are you worthy? Check this lot out. The Rob Papen bundle consists of the following: Blade, the cutting edge of today's synthesizers. Punch, speaker busting and body rattling drum machine. Bluetooth, cross-fusion synthesis. Sub-boom bass, ultra-deep groove bass synth with built-in step sequencer. Predator, fat-ass analog synth with killer presets and first-class features. Predator FX, filter, modulation, vocoder and effects plug-in. RG, electric and acoustic guitar grooves, with sequencer and synth effects. RP delay, delay insanity. Reverser, 6 lines, 8 filters, 4 LFOs and more. RP verb, an advanced, transparent and musical algorithm reverb with easy controls. RP distort, wicked FX unit that will distort or alter your tracks. RP mod, spice up your vocal track, liven an instrument and even beef up your drums. Punch BD, based around the BD module of the multi-award-winning Punch virtual drum synth. Rob Papen delivers a creative module to help you to produce the fattest-sounding bass drums. Raw, cutting-edge EDM synthesizer with the focus on distorted sounds. Yeah? Still think you're worthy? You're darn straight you are worthy. Is it safe? I think it is pretty much safe to assume that you have heard of Rob Papen and his legacy within the computer music arena. The man has been consistently releasing critically acclaimed instruments and effects for many years now. The free version of Albino graced the covers of many electronic music magazines and was Papen's introduction of things to come. The Explorer 3 bundle features practically all of Papen's remarkable work, thus so far. Without a shadow of a doubt, the Explorer 3 bundle is superb value for money at $699. If you were to purchase these beautiful instruments and effects individually, it will cost you $1,380. That's less than half price. Sweet Sonics. If you have been looking for the right opportunity to update your arsenal of instruments and effects, then this is as perfect as you are going to get. This is the one bundle you cannot afford to miss out on. The Electrochemy Book of Records, file under the definition of awesome. Rob Papen is being extremely generous with this awesome Explorer 3 bundle. Papen has made it into the Electrochemy Book of Records as a result. This is the first triple platinum Electrochemy award. These are superb instruments and effects. The best that money can buy. Get them before it's too late at robpapen, oneword.com. Sweet freaking Sonics.
Workshop 101. In this broadcast's workshop we have Magix, Web Designer 11 Premium, and Sorenson Media, Squeeze Desktop 10 Professional. Having several social networking profiles, SoundCloud and Bandcamp is no substitute for your own .com. As an artist or band, you need an official e-commerce-enabled website. The common misconception is that web design is an arduous process and that one has to be something of a graphic design wizard. No. All you need is a good what you see is what you get WYSIWYG web design software such as Xara Web Designer 11 Premium. Basically, it is a Swiss Army knife of a software as it allows you to not only create web pages but graphics, photo galleries, audio and video players very easily. Adding content to a page is one click away. Xara Web Designer 11 Premium is great for the novice and the experienced alike. The interface is intuitive. There are many theme templates to get you started. Do you have a PayPal account? With PayPal you can start selling your music and merchandise within a day. You can be sure that your website corresponds to the HTML5 standard, which is one less thing to worry about. You do not have to enter a single line of code as Web Designer 11 Premium does everything visually. What's more is that you are able to create a mobile version of your website without any complications. Google is now listing mobile-friendly websites favorably in its popular Chrome web browser searches, so Xara Web Designer 11 Premium is essential. Add password-protected pages for your special fans, create animations and presentations. Xara Web Designer 11 Premium scores an Electrochemy Platinum. For just £69.99 you get tremendous value for your money. You can get it at magix.com. Why let Apple decide the value of your music? Why reduce your profit margins further? Get Web Designer 11 Premium today. Video. Having your own website means that you are no longer restricted with regards to your contents. Now that you have your web design software sorted, you need a solution for your video. Check out Sørensen's Squeeze Desktop Pro. Sørensen's Squeeze Desktop 10 Pro is great for compressing video without sacrificing the quality. If you make videos for your tracks and or create video content from your live gigs, then Sørensen's Squeeze Desktop 10 Pro should be a part of your video setup. Not only does Sørensen's Squeeze Desktop 10 Pro compress video, but it can also act as a video file converter. Therefore, you can create a multitude of video formats and compression in one fell swoop. You can output to the YouTube MP4 format for your website as well as DVD and Blu-ray at the same time, for example. The interface is very clean and straightforward. All you do is select your format or formats and squeeze the video. Next time you're performing, you can throw out USB sticks branded with your logo that can contain a video of your latest track to your audience. $749 is great value if you make or intend to make a lot of videos. If you're in a band, you can split the costs. However, there are cheaper Sorenson Squeeze Desktop 10 options. Check out the Sorenson Media website for more details at sorensonmedia.com and decide what is right for you. Sorenson Media's Squeeze Desktop 10 Pro scores an Electrochemy Platinum. It is the best video compressor and converter on the market to date. It also outputs popular audio formats too. Sorenson Squeeze Desktop 10 Pro is essential for the consummate video maker. Thank you so much for attending this workshop. See you again at the next one.
Automata, genre, science fiction, thriller, action. Directed by Gabe Ibanez. Produced by Danny Lerner, Les Weldon, Antonio Banderas and Sandra Hermida. Written by Gabe Ibanez, Igor Ligareta Gomez Javier, and Sanchez Donate. Starring Antonio Banderas, Birgitte Hjort Sørensen, Dylan McDermott, Robert Forster, Tim McInnerny and Melanie Griffith. Music by Zacharias M. De La Riva. Jack Vaughan is an insurance agent of ROC Robotics Corporation who investigates cases of robots violating their primary protocols against altering themselves. What he discovers will have profound consequences for the future of humanity. The trailer for Automata looked promising, and I have the arduous task of telling you why it failed to deliver. Are you sitting comfortably? Good. Here goes. The genre of science fiction cinema of late has been boiled down to laser guns, killer cyborgs, some postulating, and the climactic explosion to signify the end. Or is it indeed the end? Made you think. Automata is a cross-pollination of Short Circuit, Blade Runner, iRobot and any children's puppet show of the 70s. The overall theme is the wonder of consciousness, the lust for life in both robot and mankind that is often met with a virulent strain of resentment coming from the humans that perceive robot consciousness as a threat. The acting is mainly good and earnest, however there are times when Banderas looks uncomfortable, as if he realizes that this is one costly mistake as producer and star. Banderas could almost be one of those martial arts champions turned actor, except he doesn't do any fighting as such. Dylan McDermott comes straight from a manga animation as the baddie. At one time McDermott looked poised to follow Clooney's footsteps from TV actor to great movie roles, but his performance is uneven, from hammy to cringeworthy. Thankfully the barely recognizable Melanie Griffith was not given much screen time. Even though her acting is very natural and a mild relief from the predominantly male overacting cast, her performance is overshadowed by the amount of surgery she has had done to her face. She's still oddly beautiful and quirky sexy in the way Farrah Fawcett was in her later years. Sadly, Automata could be her last ever role, unless she plays, ironically, a lifelike robot or something. There are other numerous aspects that let Automata down. The special effects look mostly lazy and unimpressive when depicting the landscape and living spaces. And the robots aren't convincing. Oh your god. The robots don't have a believable physicality. They look fragile, and in that way you may feel either sympathy as a child would a stuffed toy, or utter contempt. The lead female robot, complete with a set of robotics, just looks plain silly. She's supposed to be a sexual pleasure bot. Tell me if you can see where the hard drive goes. That's why the actors overacted. They knew that the robots were unconvincing and felt that they had to compensate. Didn't the director see the Bjork video All Is Full of Love? Surely he must have seen iRobot that killed Will Smith's career, as he was outacted by a robot. I'm quite sure that some of the actors thought, it'll be okay. They'll fix it post-production. No. Automata doesn't gel on many levels, and it is a wonder that it ever got made. Gosh. It doesn't say anything about consciousness and life that we haven't seen and heard before. The extras include a making of feature where some of the actors praise the director's, Gabe Ibanez's vision. Perhaps none of the actors saw the final cut. Stevie Wonder could make a better movie. Automata is one undercooked turkey. While I appreciated that Gabe Ibanez had every intention to make a mature piece of science fiction, it was unwise to expect its audience to suspend its disbelief over such badly rendered special effects, including the subject matter. The robots. You can buy Automata for around £8 to see if I'm exaggerating or give it a wide berth. The choice is yours. Distributed by Millennium Entertainment, USA, Contracorrientes Films, Spain. Release dates, September 20, 2014, San Sebastian International Film Festival. October 10, 2014, United States. Running time, 110 minutes. Country, Spain and Bulgaria. Language English. That was Automata. Have you got a Vice? Let's explore the dark synapses of your mind. Ooh. I like that. That's my joystick. Vice, directed by Brian A. Miller, produced by Stephen Saxton, Randall Emmett, George Furla, and Adam Goldworm. Written by Andre Fabrizio and Jeremy Posmore, starring Thomas Jane, Bruce Willis, Amber Childers, music by Hybrid. Cinematography by Yaron Levy, edited by Rick Shane, production company, Grindstone Entertainment Group, Emmett, Furla, Oasis Films, Aperture Entertainment, K5 International, distributed by Lionsgate, release dates, January 16, 2015, United States, running time, 96 minutes, country, United States, language, English. And we're back. Back to the USA and its take on the amazing genre of science fiction. Guns, more guns, explosions and some Blade Runner-esque humanoid replicants. Woo. Vice takes from many great science fiction movies such as the aforementioned Blade Runner and delivers something somewhat less than. Starring Thomas the Punisher Jane, Bruce walking it. Without breaking a sweat, Willis and relative newcomer Amber Childers, Vice is a resort not unlike Westworld where the rich can act out their fantasies no matter how depraved, hence Vice. Although the movie is rated 18, you never see anything worth a rating apart from a few women taking a sadistic beating in the name of gratification. The Vice humanoids are programmed to feel everything they experience, including death. That's the point, right? They are repaired and rebooted Sam's memory. Well, that was the plan until the inevitable happened. Partial recall. Pleasure humanoid replicant, Kelly, played by Amber Childers, goes AWOL and the quest is to retrieve her with a small gun-toting army of Vice security men before she meets her maker, so to speak. In parallel, renegade police detective, Roy Thomas Jane, conducts his investigation into the Vice Resort and its CEO Julian Michaels, played by Willis. Roy joins the chase to track down a self-aware replicant and leaves a trail of Vice security bodies in his wake, and that pretty much sums up Vice. As much as the director, Brian A. Miller, pays homage to some of the great American science fiction movies, there isn't enough substance to make it anything more than what it is, which is a straight-to-disc movie. There are too many cliches executed really badly. For example, the bad guys, for all their automatic rapid-fire weapons, can't hit the target unless they are no longer required in the story. And when Kelly goes all Terminator on us, with a change of hairdo, she is simply not believable as a killing machine. That said, the acting isn't that bad. Willis does what he does. The bad guys are the bad guys, and Jane is a cool renegade detective that can handle himself hand-to-hand or with a gun. Amber's replicant Kelly is sincere and credible for the most part, but doesn't have the physicality for the cold hard killing machine arc of the story. In fact, she's so petite that she has trouble jumping over barriers upon her escape. Hee. You can get it now for £8, but if I were you I'd wait a couple of months until it is available for $3. The camera work is quite admirable, to be fair. Lots of fluidity. The extras include the making of, plus cringeworthy self-aggrandizing commentary from the director and Childers.
In 3, 2, 1.
Resist.